AskRaven, for the wise one listens and answers with song from cedar shadows where old truths belong. I ride the winds where memories creep, above the tides where spirits sleep. So wander closer, lean in tight, for this tale began on a starless night, when a birthday's joy turned sharp with fear, and a boat long dead drew silently near. The birthday cruise. At 17, with youth still bright, we left BellaBella in fading light. The PE224, your father's pride, a vessel swift in channel tide, slipped quiet from the village quay as dusk collapsed into the sea. Her sisters laughed, the engine purred, each joke and teasing voice unheard by winds that gathered in the west to fold the daylight into rest. We steered toward Berry Inlet's glow, an hour north where lanterns show, a place where travelers could fill their birthday cheer against the will of village laws that kept things dry beneath a sober coastal sky. But darkness fell like raven's wing, the sea turned black, a breathing thing, and somewhere in that shadowed track, the night began to stare back. The first sighting, a voice called out across the bow, a bow ahead, slow running now. You leaned to see through mist and night, and in the gloom, a ghost of light revealed the hull of ancient frame, a double-ender by its name, a Gillnetter from decades past, its stern a bow, its future cast, in oil-dark paint and silent grace, drifting through that haunted place. Its stabilizer poles were tied against the mast on either side, the old, old way, before your time, before your father's working prime. No radios, no cabin glow, no marker lights to warn our show, just a silhouette of bone and tar, tracing lines beneath the star. Yet stranger still, the truth you knew, such boats could make but 8 knots true. But you were racing 16 strong, and still the chase drew out too long. For though you pushed the throttle wide, the Phantom held its steady stride. Ever near yet ever far, like something chained to where you are. The impossible chase. Silence pressed upon the crew as darker winds around you blew. For elders taught and whispered low, not every boat that sails is more than memory upon the wake, not every shape the living make. Ghost ships haunt the coastal grave, seeking those they'd like to save, or claim or lure or bring below the reefs where only dead men go. Across the world, old sailors speak of lanterns pale and rudders weak, of ships that glide with spectral crew and vanish when the rocks break through. And in your own Pacific rain, legends twist like anchor chain, of schooners lost, of nets unthrown, of boats that steer themselves alone. And so you chase a vessel cold, a relic carved from stories told, a thing that should not run so fast, or keep its lead when you race past limits of your engine's might, its figures etched in borrowed light. Ralph leaned forward, eyes like flame, and whispered low your father's name, as if to warn the PE224 of dangers older than the shore. And suddenly he stiffened, cried, "It's leading us to danger's side." Felt the truth like hook through skin. Its course was drawing you within a jagged maze of hidden storm, where countless hulls had cracked and grown. Phantom steered a fatal trap to claim the living, pull them back. Had you followed one breath more, your keel would met the unseen shore. A rock shelf waiting, sharp as bone, crushed the hull your father's own. You spun the wheel with force and fear, the C word loud for all to hear, and every head turned just in time to see the truth of spectral chime. The phantom boat was gone, not turned aside, not drifting slow, not fading into distant glow, but gone, as if the night itself withdrew the shape to guard its shelf. 6 souls aboard, 6 sets of eyes. They saw a vessel materialize, then vanish clean from mortal sight without a ripple in the night. The aftermath, no birthday plan survived the fright. You turned to bow towards village light. Your voices hushed, your laughter stilled, your hearts with haunted knowledge filled. And when you told the elders all, they met your fear with knowing call. One bowed his head and softly drew the truth the coastal people knew. Some boats don't rest, some roam the sea, and some still look for company. For legends say the dead return, and halls that drift where shadows burn. And if the living chase too near, the rocks will rise, the end will clear. On your 17th year of birth, press the edges of that earth, where boats from other times still roll, still searching for another soul. Phantom Gillnetter sought its crew, and on that night, that crew was you. If this tale stirred the tide within you, wanderer, then throw us a line at ghostboatadventures@gmail.com and share the stories your own shadows keep. If you wish this raven's wings to soar farther along the coast, like the tale, share the tale, and subscribe, so more ears may hear the storm. And should you choose to help keep the ghost boat afloat, you may toss a coin in the treasure chest, a spark for flight through fog and night. Now steady your breath, for the wings fold soon. What you forget